Hey everybody, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to talk about study tips. So this is for all studying for exams, but specifically in the field of behavior analysis, if you're preparing for the RBT, the BCABA, or the BCBA exam. These are things that really help me be successful. I sat for my BCBA exam and passed the first time, and this is definitely the list of things that really helped me do well on that. So hopefully you find value in them. And let's just jump right in. So the first thing I recommend is to develop a list of the terms that you are going to need to know. So those main terms in your textbook or in your task list, and develop formal definitions for them. So you're going to need to know the formal, scientific, nerdy definitions for each of these terms. It's annoying, but that is definitely going to be part of you needing to be successful in this exam. Once you know the formal definitions, you definitely want to then develop a, like I always call it, like your back pocket example or your go-to example for how you're going to remember that concept. So when you're thinking of these things, you can relate them to developmental disabilities, autism, if you'd like. But the beauty of ABA is it's a science of all behavior. So if you want to pick some funny, clever, ironic examples that relate to your own life, sometimes those can be ingrained in your brain a little bit more, and also just keep it entertaining and funny. So that's something to consider. So for example, if I have a boyfriend and I love it when he wears a specific type of shirt, right? Like let's say let me think of something that's actually true. Okay, so let's say I love the button down collared shirt and like cuff sleeves with like a couple buttons open. And there's specific ones I like that are my favorite. When my boyfriend wears that shirt, I might say, "Oh, babe, you look so handsome. Oh my gosh, I love that shirt on you. I love how it does this and this and this." Like, right? I'm very specific about my praise. I'm giving a lot of praise, a lot of attention with those specific shirts. So if I'm adding, this is positive reinforcement. If I'm adding positive, my praise, and I see that the frequency of which he wears that shirt increases over time, I know that that's positive reinforcement, right? So, so the formal definition here would be adding a stimulus that increases a behavior over time. That's the formal definition. But my go-to back pocket example are those button-down shirts with my boyfriend, right? And me adding that praise. So again, you can pick whatever examples you want. Sometimes it makes it more fun to think of some examples in your real life. That's definitely a tip of mine. Next tip. So you've got your formal definitions. You're thinking of your applied examples that are your go-to back pocket ones that you're going to remember. Create flashcards. This sounds super old school, but trust me, when you create a flashcard, you watch yourself write down the term, you flip it over, you watch yourself write the formal definition, and then maybe make a little bullet at the bottom of what your go-to example is. So for example, the front of my flashcard would say positive reinforcement. I flip over my flashcard. The top half would say, adding a stimulus to increase the behavior, in the future. The bottom would say, little star mark, boyfriend's button-down shirt, right? So that is how I studied. I loved it. The beauty of flashcards is you can kind of flip yourself through. You can bring them with you wherever you go. You can look at them on your lunch break. You can look at them not at a red light, safety first, but they're very mobile, and you can pull them out whenever you want. So that's definitely another tip. Let's see, what other ones? Okay, so a lot of people like mock exams. I'm torn, and I'll tell you why. I think that you can consider and use mock exams for whatever you're studying for. I think that there are some benefits there. Mock exams help you get more comfortable in seeing this content in a test-taking format. I think that there's definitely some benefit to that. I also think if you anticipate yourself struggling or being stressed out by time management, these exams, you only have a certain amount of time to take this exam and get all the questions done in the amount of time, right? And if you run out of time, that's no bueno. So if you're anticipating that being a problem for you, mock exams can simulate that exam taking experience. You can set a timer. You can, kind of go through and budget your time. Oh, I'm 36 questions in. How much time left do I have? Okay, I'm at a good pace. Or, okay, I'm 36 questions in. How much time do I have? Oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. I need to move ahead. Or, oh, I have plenty of time. So if you anticipate time management being something that's going to stress you out, give you anxiety, and, you know, kind of become a barrier to you being more confident and smoking through those questions, mock exams might be good. Here's my only pin on mock exams that I just want you guys to consider. You don't always know who wrote these questions. And, you know, we're all humans in the world. We all make mistakes. We all have typos. We all have errors. So I have, you know, definitely supervised some graduate students and RBTs in my past where they would come to me and say, you know, Jessica, like I took this mock exam. Look at question 17. Like I totally know what this concept is, but it's saying I'm wrong. And we look into it and we kind of go back and it was a typo in the mock exam. So, you know, humans write mock exams. They are not like the end all be all. And I don't want, you know, you to feel really confident about content. You take a mock exam and then question 17 makes you like completely self-reflect and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know this stuff. I'm not ready. So I think that's just a consideration to take in when you're going through mock exams, but I think they're great for simulating, getting comfortable with the format, and also working on time management. Next thing, study groups. Very similar concept to mock exams. I think there can be some benefit, but you have to consider the source, right? If you're in a Facebook group with all these other students, you know, graduate students or people pursuing an RBT who are learning just like you are, they might be wrong about some stuff. And I know that when I'm studying or when I want to learn a concept, I don't want to expose myself to something that could be right. I only want to study the right stuff. So I think, you know, that's a big concern for me. So I think that, you know, be careful, and trust yourself and trust the resources that you have, you know, your textbooks, like your supervisor. Trust that stuff first. If study groups help you later, fine, but be very, very cautious and careful, because everybody's in their own learning curve, and you don't want to confuse yourself because you exposed yourself to other people who are also learning and might be wrong, or make you question something that you did know. Let's see. Last thing, and this is my favorite thing, teach what you know to someone else. So the best way to feel confident in content is practice teaching what you've learned and what you know to someone else. You will become so fluent, you will become so confident and more comfortable talking about it, not only knowing it and understanding it, but also comfortable talking about it and disseminating that knowledge. That is a skill that I would definitely not skip in terms of getting you ready for exam, but also like bigger picture, getting you ready to be in this field and to implement and practice what you're learning. You know, bug your roommate or somebody you live with, and say, okay, I know you don't care about anything I'm talking about, but can I just practice teaching you three terms tonight? And, you know, see if they'll let you harass them for a little bit. Definitely don't skip that last one. It's a lot of fun, and it also just, I mean, the fluency building is just incredible. So definitely do that. Let's see. So if you guys have any other things that have worked for you in the past, or anything you're struggling with so far in your studying journey, please, shoot me a message, let me know. Would love feedback on this video. We're always trying to make our content better. So thank you for stopping by, and I hope this is going to help you guys pass the first time and be super successful. All right. Good luck, guys.